We started the session last time as we kind of gotten into the Drow outpost. We kind of searching for some buildings as we were looting. We heard kind of a buzzing sound that became louder and louder until eventually we were beset upon by some like large insect creatures. As the fight started on, as the fight, sorry, as the fight started, more and more of them emerged from the surrounding buildings. Um, they drained our life with every attack, and we were eventually able to take them down without anyone dying. Um, After they were dead, we decided to search the remaining buildings. We found a few trinkets for some gold. Vic found a Temple of Loth and tried saving a statue. Um, After a short rest, we continued along, and as we went on, we heard some voices in the distance, so we kind of tried to approach cautiously. Um, they kind of appeared like they were wearing like devil bone armor. They were surrounding looking to repair like some sort of infernal motorbike, so we took them as demons. Ophelia, like as we were kind of approaching them, Ophelia teleported right next to them and startled them, and they kind of attacked. Iza followed up by throwing a fireball right into their midst, taking them down considerably. They kind of announced that they were Hell Riders of Azariel. As we fought on, Ophelia was on the front lines alone and was eventually knocked unconscious. They continued to attack her till she's nearly dead, um, but we were able to get there just in time. We took down the remaining ones and were able to bring Ophelia back to life just in time. The bike seemed very foreign to our team, and the Hell Riders didn't have much on them except for some rations and necklaces, which were symbols of Azariel. We decided to rest after discussing some things. In the middle of the night, some beasts started destroying the bike. Figuring that we didn't really know how to use it, we decided to ignore it. During that time, Ophelia's persona had changed, becoming kind of benevolent and regal, and she talked shortly with Vic as they were having a watch together, I believe. Um, and Vic gave her her name. Afterwards, Ophelia snapped out of it and seemed to be a little distressed that Vic had given her a name. After continuing the watch, we waked fully rested and continued on our path. Um, as we progressed, we came upon a river and kind of followed it. And now in the distance, we see a group of Kuatoa, and that's where we left off.
They're the fishy people like Murlocs.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Doug. That was awesome.
And as our next recap
Great recap, bro.
is Korik.
Sounds good.
Alright, just give me 1 second.
Making sure Hork knows we have a alchemist set and lock picking set for you.
Yeah, they got a lot of shit when you were not there.
But we set those aside thinking you'd like them.
Yes, the
Zentals.
alchemist set is always good. And do I have proficiency with the thing?
Let's see.
Vic has the lockpick set, and she will give that to Orc sometime.
I don't know if I have proficiency. I think
I know you
so.
don't, but you showed me your trinkets, and these are broken, and they're more
Yep.
trinkety. They have the symbol of Loth on them, so they're more sentimental to me than to you. But I'll give them to you at some point.
Sounds good. I do have proficiency with. No. Is it lockpick or thieves' tools?
I believe it would be thieves' tools.
Okay. Then no.
As you guys begin to see these rather weird fish people in the distance, as they begin to kind of see you. As you can see a herd of them, not many, but enough that it does kind of give you almost a startle embrace as the people begin to kind of try to communicate with you in Undercommon, as they don't speak Common. As they kind of have almost like a fishy kind of kind of thick accent. As you do see a lot of them here, there is a lot of their species kind of dwelling here. As it's too many to count, but ideally you can tell there's probably over 100 here that reside in this place. As you can see, they're kind of led by an archpriest, kind of adorned in kind of I'd say like kind of like fabrics, but they're not really fabrics. They're kind of hang off of their fleshy-esque body, almost like a shaman, with like kind of weird seashells and different kinds of assortments that kind of cling. As their staff is kind of a pincer kind of claw from maybe a crustacean creature, wrapped and bound with a zircalwood kind of staff itself. As they have kind of a symbol around their neck. It's hard to kind of examine it from your distance as you begin to see fit. So that's kind of basically what they look like.
I think most of us are proficient in Undercommon. Were we able to
I'm not.
understand anything they were saying?
I'm not.
Oh, okay, well, Doug
No,
is.
he is not.
No.
Yes, Doug.
No,
Just you
I
and
got
me,
it.
Doug.
Really is a tourist.
What is your purpose here? Flesh pinklings. Blah.
We're just trying to pass through.
Oh.
We are pilgrimaging towards Sloopadoop. Are you going that way as well?
I'll kind of point in the direction-ish that we're trying to head. If it's that way, maybe. I don't know. Can't say I've been around these parts before.
My name is Bloop Bloop Blip. I am the leader of my people. We have been traveling for days, as we had no proper resources to drink from. Most of our kin is dehydrated. We fight to survive until we make it there. As you see, the
Is
kids
this
are...
water not safe to drink?
The water is, but it is cleansed not purely. It is not fresh. As you can see, there's a lot of Ukuto children, fish like overjoyed, splashing in the water and praising. As you hear kind of Lee Mogoon, as you kind of hear them praising a god. As you begin to notice the water begins to splash, you can see as the children play in the water. You can roll me a perception check. The water itself is refreshing to them, as it's been a long time since they actually had proper water, as their species is very oriented and demanded on it, as this is the first time coming across it. They are obviously very protective of their children, as they are migrating their entirety towards this kind of place they call Sloopadoop.
Hort got a nat 20.
As you begin to notice, the water begins to slursh and slosh. As Horik, with a DC of 20 or higher, you do notice there's something in the water that is not particularly one of these children. As you have a concerning feeling.
I'm gonna tug on Doug's hand to get his attention, and I'm gonna let him know that they should probably get the fish out of the water.
Excuse me, I think it'd be best to keep the kids out of the water. A friend here is telling me it might not be safe.
You actually see something. Go ahead and vacate now for your safety.
They look
Please,
at you,
please call your children back.
confused upon that wording and jurisdiction. As you begin to see some of the children getting submerged under the water, as they quickly react to that, as they begin to panic, trying to rush the children out of the water, as you see blood spewing out of the water in the river itself, as you see these creatures begin to rip apart. Ah! As they scream out loud. I'd like to roll initiative. As you see a bloody mess of fish children dying in the water. As nothing is safe down here, it seems. Even the fish children. As you do see the creatures begin to come out. As you see kind of Blip kind of using his powers to potentially maim the fish people away. As he begins to lead the charge of kind of his people. Hoping that they'll stay behind him. Hopefully being protected. As you can see, his hands begin to channel powers of water. Aquatic ogres begin to submerge out of the... As you can see, he plans to protect his people as well, unknown to what your decision is, to let the people die here and flee into the caves and continue onwards in your journey, or stop and save the fish people. As you guys begin to see a bunch of these horrible creatures springing out. As you see, for some of you guys probably never seen these creatures before, but some of you probably have, as these are Meros. They're natural hunters of many aquatic lands. As they see fit bringing the tridents out, as you see one of the children's head being chomped and ripped apart in front of your eyes. So we'll get in combat.
Jesus.
Yeah, this campaign holds no safety for children.
I can see that.
Jesus, what are these things?
These are the
I don't
new
know, but they're a lot.
They're the new updated creatures. They're called Meros.
Meros?
Yeah.
Marrows.
Yeah, you fought them before in any aquatic campaign I've ever ran. They're very popular in sea campaigns. As this is the head honcho leader of the fish people. Let me see if I can get a picture here what they would look like. The new artwork is dope as fuck. But yeah, I'll put it in our Discord.
Oh, jeez, that is pretty crazy.
And then I will give you the picture of the chieftain. Start breaking right now. Come on, game. Alright, Doug. So the water is deep. It's about 20 feet deep. And it is a current. So if you do plan to go into the water, you'll have to make a strength check.
Alright. Am I able
You
to
can swing on that
attack
one.
these guys?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
just saying the ones that are further away.
Doug is going to rage first. Are these all out of the water?
They're all in the water.
Oh, okay, they're in the water currently.
Yeah, they're just big.
I mean, like, are their heads above water?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm gonna do a line breath attack through them. I get like this angle so I can get all three. Does that work? Or I could do a cone, I guess.
You can choose, yeah. I think Dragonborns now have a cone and they have the straight line.
Yeah.
I am going to...
Depends on the type of Dragonborn, I think.
They changed it now. They can choose.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm just setting
Yeah.
up the map for the other NPCs. They will join into the fight on the second round. Alright, so what do you want to do, Doug?
Yeah, I'm gonna breathe a line attack through them.
Okay. What's the save?
Dex 14.
I was like, I made bad decisions last night. I got it first.
One succeeds. Poison damage?
Yep.
They do take the damage.
Alright. Bring that dragon down.
Okay. Shit. I don't like going this early in combat. I'm going to first. This one was poking above the water, right? Or are they completely underwater?
I think they're all partially above water currently.
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to try to hit it with a burst of thunder. If I can find my button. Here we go. 22 to hit. Or
This one?
yes. Why did it roll? Oh, I get an extra D8 because I roll. I roll 4 and 4. 8 thunder damage. And, yeah, I'm gonna say goes to Doug. I am going to eventually have Sir Krogalot. That's not enough movement. Oh yeah, that is enough movement. Dash to the other side through the air. Just so I can make sure our little friends are also okay.
That fucking toad.
So adorable!
That is cool.
A little frog.
I have to change the token eventually.
Sorry?
Is that all?
Yes, that is going to be all, because the one goes to use a dash, and I'm not going to use a bonus right now. I'm clicking done. There we go.
Alright. Is this creature, let's see, what is it gonna pick? It's going for Ophelia. It's gonna chuck a harpoon at you. See if it's got a range for you. It'll swim up a little bit to get to you. As it fires a harpoon at range 21.
Who's that going towards?
Oops.
Ophelia. Ophelia, you there? We lost Ophelia?
I think Ophelia might be a little AFK.
Alright.
Yeah, he did say be right back just a moment
Yeah.
ago.
Oh yeah, he did.
But that does hit him.
It would hit
I'm sure.
him, yeah. Alright, so he does take 13 points of damage. As he gets reeled in 15 feet.
Whoosh. Oh, that's bad.
Sploosh, yep. As he does that, the harpoon stuck as it bites her.
Oh god.
It's not fair to kill her while she's down or not here.
Correct. But when he comes back, I'm not going to. He's going to just deduct that stuff on the sheet when he gets back, as he gets poisoned.
Okay. New plan. Save Ophelia.
These marrows will attack the other side. Natural one. It's gonna panic and do nothing. Isa.
I don't like someone taking my friend like that I'm gonna magic missile.
Alright. On that one?
The one that's holding Ophelia, yes.
Okay.
Just a standard, so 10?
You blast its face in.
I'm gonna take a little step around here, get a little around the corner.
This marrow is going to move in.
Sorry, I'm back.
Alright, I did grab you. FY, so Ophelia, I'm gonna scroll up a little bit. It did grab you for 21. It pulled you in. I'm assuming that hit your AC.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, it does.
You take 13 points of piercing. You're pulled into the water within 5 feet of it as it bit you for a critical for 8 points of damage. So 21 damage so far, and you got poison until the start of its next turn. There's no save.
I
So I'm
magic
automatically.
missile it.
Oh,
Automatically. These are
Alright.
the new monsters of D&D. There's no saves for most of them anymore.
Majestic.
They just hit. Alright, this one is going to attack. 23. Let's see which one it's going to hit. It is going for. Alright. Begins to pull this guy forward for 13 points of damage. As it is going to also bite him. 13 to hit, which is also a hit. They don't really have armor. Oops. For 8 points, and is poisoned. So there's like two kinds of battles going on. Let's see who actually can survive. As this marrow is going to pick another target on your side. That is going for Vic, as it's going to kind of swim forward, as it's going to chuck a harpoon at you.
Okay.
Natural one.
Yeah, that's a miss.
It's going to have 5 or 6. I think it's a 6 going to take it. Disadvantage on its next attack, as it's going to try to. It's going to fire another harpoon at a new target. Nope, can't do that again. But what, somebody else? Alright, 3. That's going to be Izza. 16?
Yes, a 16 hits.
It can't pull you all the way in, but it begins to pull you 15 feet as you begin to splash in the water. As you got a harpoon just stuck into you as it kind of pierces into your flesh for 12 points of damage. Reminds you back in the sea days of fucking, I don't remember that campaign, the one on Monday.
Those March.
Yeah.
Go seared in.
As Doug, it's going for you now. It's going to chuck a harpoon at you. A 16?
Yep, that hits.
Alright. As you take 11 points, halved since you're raging, as it begins to reel you into the water. As it will use its secondary attack to bite you for 25.
Yeah, that hits.
As you take 7 piercing, and you are poisoned, depending if you can't be poisoned.
Yes, sir.
I'm resistant to poison, but not immune.
Okay, so you don't have immunity yet. Alright, that's it for them, as the Whip brothers out here are going to kind of join into the fight here. As this one is going to chuck a slimy glob at one of them. Misses with 7 as it ends its turn. Same with this one, is going to chuck one at one of the creatures. For 20 and for 11 acid, it begins to kind of melt its face in. As these guys don't want to go in the water, as they know they are more susceptible in the water, as these guys will try to fight at range. 11 is a miss. As this Marrow will decide on the fate of who it wants next. Is too far away, so I'm going to pick Horik instead. It's going to try to launch a harpoon at you.
Okay.
12 is a miss.
Whew.
As it begins to try again, kind of reeling it back in its hand and kind of chucking it. A 10 is a miss. As you dodge and weave out of the way as it does nothing.
Too tiny.
I will say that it does get out of the water slightly, but it moves very slowly as it doesn't really have land legs. It begins kind of looking like a naga, like a snake. Oops. As this guy over here sees his buddy's in trouble, he's going to actually charge in as he grabs his kind of staff in hand, as it's got some reach, as it kind of pries at the creature. 14 to hit. It does hit. Their AC is really low, as they're not rocking any armor. As it pierces them. As you watch it kind of grapple the creature, trying so it can't get away, making sure that it'll pay for this nuisance it's doing to its people. As this one will
I have a plan.
chuck a globule at one of them for 10 acid, as they are kind of focus firing on the same one, trying to kill it. Alright, Vic. Because you're not picked for playtime in the water, but your friends are.
Okay, Vic is going to move up here.
As you
I'm
jump
going
into
to-
the water, I'd like you to roll me a strength check, as the water is a current. You succeed, as you do not get swept away downriver, which is not good. For those that are harpooned in, you don't have to make it. You just have something stuck in you, which is a free action to remove it. It doesn't take any damage. But if you do that, you do have to make a strength check, because you could be going down the lazy river.
I'm going to cast 13 healing words or cure wounds on Ophelia.
Okay.
And then I am going to use my War Cleric ability.
Oops, mega bitch.
And that's why, if you don't have a swimming speed, it is rough terrain in the water. Especially if you are in metal armor.
Oh,
Well, I can imagine. So I'm using my whip. I pulled that out as I was moving forward. My whip +1.
Okay. Your whip is a slashing weapon. It will have to be a disadvantage because water combat does come in play. Doesn't matter if it's a magical weapon. Only piercing weapons have a normal roll. So you have to roll that attack twice. Oh, you already did? Or no, you did.
20 and
you
a
did.
10.
A
so
10 is a miss.
disadvantage.
As you kind of wind it up, it splashes, but it doesn't do anything.
Okay, I used the fighting in the water, but I am in a protective stance, so I will end my turn there.
Ophelia, it's your turn as you got this kind of thing stuck in your gut as you begin to feel the healing aura and the warmth from Vic behind you.
Okay. I'm gonna use my racial trait to teleport away.
Alright. As you feel the plunge kind of stab out of your belly, a little bit of blood kind of seeps out as you teleport away.
Right here. Why no? I'll be a little bit more further up on the board so I can see everybody. Alright, DM, I think this is one of your rulings.
Go ahead.
For this, I did teleport. I used my Blessing of the Raven Queen. That's why I don't have access to Misty Step. But it doesn't count as a spell action.
It does not. That's an innate ability. If it's an innate ability, it doesn't count. But if it's an actual Misty Step spell, then it does count. Like, Fake Step doesn't count because it's an innate ability. But you can only use it so many times, right? It doesn't have unlimited
Yeah, I can only
use
use it proficiency. Yeah, I can only use it proficiency bonus times a day. Alright, cool. I will then cast. Let's see.
But it did consume your, I'm assuming, your bonus action?
Yes, it did consume my bonus action, so I cannot cast my Shillelagh. 40 foot. I'm gonna cast blow.
On which targets?
It's within a 40-foot cube, so I'm assuming I get all these guys.
I don't think so.
Let me.
Depending if you mean the 3 people?
I don't know how big a 40-foot cube is, honestly.
I can draw you one out. There we go. It's a big ass square.
You can't get all 4. Oh no.
I don't move it.
I don't think you can sculpt it though. Can you sculpt it?
I can't sculpt it. I could probably do the best, put it right there. Yeah, and I can choose who I. No, I choose. I choose up to 6
okay,
creatures.
yeah, so they changed it, so you choose.
Yeah, you choose up to 6 creatures.
Okay,
So I'll choose these 4 right here.
What's the DC?
DC 16 Wisdom.
Okay. They all fail as they are slowed tremendously.
Ashley tells them to slow the beat down, and then she heads around this corner right here. And that'll be the end of Ophelia's turn.
Alright, this thing will swim right towards Vic and attempt to attack him with a harpoon. Misses. You dodge out of the way as it tries to use its claw. 19?
Hits.
Alright, you get sliced for 6 slashing. So on the other side of the beach, this thing will try to range harpoon. Misses. It reels it up again. It tries again. 18 does hit. 12 points of damage. No, it's not attacking you. It's on the other side of the beach.
Sorry.
You only took the 6. There's 2 battles going on. There's NPCs fighting. Sky will attempt to smack him. Disadvantage. 12 is a miss. As Marrow is going to harpoon another one. Actually, no. He's going to go and land, and he's going to attack the hurt one. Oof. As you hear the cries of another die, slain to the marrow, ripping it to shreds. As the Ukotoko people are trying to hold still as best of their capability, chucking whatever they got to harm them back. As the priest is onto the plate, It begins to kind of conjure kind of almost a magical wave as it begins to kind of step up to the plate. You just kind of hear kind of its worship towards their kind of loyal servant, Bugal. If you remember BG3, Bugal is holy.
I do remember.
It's basically the Demogorgon, is who they worship. Bugal, as it begins to use a sonic wave as it kind of careful casts around its ally as it uses destructive wave.
Jesus.
As you see a surge of kind of red and green energy kind of surging out from the creature itself, as you begin to see kind of thunder as well as but instead of thunder damage, it's going to swap it to necrotic. It's got to roll con saves here.
Who? All of us?
No.
Okay.
Nice. Takes 21 necrotic as you begin to watch kind of a sonic wave of energy in the distance, as you see kind of a shine, as you begin to hear one of the marrows just get split in half by the radiant necrotic energy, as many of them still suffer damage but still remain alive throughout this conflict. But the Toa people have a faith, and they believe in their faith, hoping that they were going to be rejoiced with Bugal once more after this long pilgrimage, seeing many of their children get slain in the water, hoping that not as all is lost, as they still have many pilgrimages to go and many people to save. As the Marrow kind of gets disinterested on what's going on there, it begins to join your fight instead. It begins to swim away from the wave of energy, attacking Horik instead and chucking a harpoon at him. A natural 1 as it fumbles terribly, kind of hits the back of the cave wall. With an 18, it'll take an advantage and try again and chuck at Horik. That's a natural 20. Yep. As it pierces into your little body, you get pulled forward as you take 12 points of piercing as you get pulled into the water right towards it, ending its turn. As you hear the kind of, the almost like Murloc kind of gurgles of their voice. They keep chucking kind of slime globs at these guys, hoping that it will kill them or make them scare away from their people. Alright, Doug, you're on the slate. So you don't have to make a save currently because you have a harpoon stuck in you. Gimmickly wise, you're not grappled or anything like that. It's just for roleplay. But if you do want to move around, you do have to use a free action, which you can remove it off of you. But if you do want to move around in the water, you will have to make a strength check. But I know you're barbarian, so it's up to you how you want to play it.
Okay. Start off by giving Horik some temporary hit points.
Tweet.
Not the best, but something.
I'll take him.
Let's see, what do I want to do? Yeah, I'll take a free action to remove the harpoon. Take my chances with the strength save.
Strength check with advantage.
Oh, strength check.
Correct. And you are currently you're not
Enough
poisoned.
for...
You're not poisoned anymore. The poison's gone. Only the rest around.
Wow.
Bad
You,
rolls.
you got 10, so you're fine.
Okay.
Since you have advantage, since you're raging.
So I'm going to move here. I'm gonna reckless attack. So that I don't have disadvantage. Then I'll take a swing on this one. Attack 1.
19's hit. As you slice
19.
it. Quite.
Then I'm going to cleave the other one for 2. I'll take the second attack. 18 again.
Same target?
Yeah.
As you cleave it in
4,
half,
17.
you can see kind of fish and monstrosity guts kind of spew out. Purple and red blood kind of seep down the river.
Yeah, that's all I got. Finish my turn there.
Oric, you're in the water. You're stuck on a harpoon at the moment, so you're not getting drifted down the river of yet. Well, you are trying to swim for your dear life, as kobolds are not the greatest swimmers.
No.
What would you like to do, as all your things are getting wet?
I would like to try to get off the harpoon.
Alright, you use a free action to remove yourself off of it. You're welcome to that. You'll have to make a strength check to keep your momentum in the water. Not saving throw check.
Oh, sorry. What's the difference?
I don't know. It depends on your stat block.
My stat is literally a -1 on the score, so
Okay, well, 14 is what you got. You can move as you freely can. Rough terrain, of course.
would standing here in this square count as being on the shore?
I would say yes,
Okay.
but there's a good chance that they could just push you back into the water.
Yes. Okay. I need to get out of here, so I will have to use my bonus action for Expendious Retreat. Oh no, that's bad. Actually, no, that's good. I will cast it at first level, so I can dash as a bonus. And I will use my action to disengage. 30, and then I have 15 left. So join my comrade in arm very badly. I will have Sir Kirkalot move closer and try to do a little force jolt on one currently in front of Dougie Doug. For 17.
That's a hit.
For a whooping 6 force damage. Get him, Croak. And that is going to be it for me.
Alright. As this one begins to kind of chuck another kind of javelin-esque, as it is going for Isa, trying to drag her further in. 22.
Yes. So that'd be double penetration?
Ooh, I can intercept some of that because I'm right there.
Alright.
No!
You take
Woman!
5 less damage as you get pulled towards it. So we'll try to bite you. 21.
If that one's one of the ones that floated, can't do that.
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually,
And didn't one
Yeah,
have
that's a
a
slow one.
disadvantage?
correct. No, it wouldn't have disadvantage. It's just slow.
It does have disadvantage. It can only make
Make
one action
attack,
now, and
yes.
that's it.
Yeah, so only 10. Slow you take. No bite. I didn't get to put the slow icons on them because I forgot. Does it make a save at the end of his turn, right, for the slow?
Let me double check. I'll post it.
I believe so.
But also, one of them had disadvantage on their next attack, I thought.
At the end of each of his turn.
The one over here.
Okay, it's just not marked. My bad. Or I
Yeah, I
can't
know there's
see it.
4 of them out there.
What's his wisdom save? Okay.
Yeah, it's wisdom saving throw.
He's still slow.
Still under it.
Alright, he's you get pulled forward. What would you like to do?
So, can I free action take out both spikes?
Yeah, you can remove.
Before I do it, I grab a hold of my friend Vic by like the arm, just kind of grabbing a hold so I don't float away.
You still have to make a strength check, but I'll give you advantage since you're doing that. 13. Alright. Strength check, not saving.
I meant 13.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter because it's going to be the same, it seems. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's the same roll.
Alright, you grab on Vic for dear life as you kind of hold one of your hands, hoping not to fly down the river.
Yep, I grab on one hand and I move just right here, still within their range. But as my actual action, I'm going to fireball the 3 of them.
Alright.
See, fireball solves everything.
As you conjure
It
your
does.
spell of fireball, they gotta both gonna make dexterity saves.
Anyone who's slowed has disadvantage.
Alright, that one succeeded, it's not slowed. That one is 15, and that one is 4. Roll me the fireball damage. Alright.
30
As
this
you
time.
do a lot of fire damage, you notice the water doesn't seem to take all the blow, as they take half as they're in water. This is just a flavor. This is not rules as written. This is just based by my acknowledgement of fire and water. Because they are some.
I totally get it, but trying to do some damage,
Of course, no. They're still taking quite a bit of damage.
they still take half.
Correct.
And I'm going to use my movement to try and get like over here.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, I was just scrolling up to the done. Thank you.
This creature is going to attack on our little buddy here. 12 points of damage. Trying to break free from its grapple. This thing is slowed. It will attack Doug with advantage. 17.
Yeah, that is.
Alright, it's stabbed for 12. As it will pull you to the other side. As it stabs you. As it will have to make a wisdom save at the end. It does not snap out of slow. Alright, these guys are gonna keep chucking globules at these guys. 19 as a hit. 13 acid as you, in the distance, one gets kind of dissolved into the water as it flows down the river. Kind of bumps into your leg, Doug, as it flies down. This one's going to snack with the staff for 9. Alright, this Marrow is slowed at the moment. Can only do one thing. As it is going to... yeah, it's going to actually attack Iza, but with disadvantage because its range is not capable of going that far. 11, it kind of flies past you as it ends its turn, as it's still slowed. As the Kotoa begins to kind of make its stance, it kind of misses, but it tries to kind of hold the beach on this end with its comrades chucking whatever it can as it's completely missing Vic.
Okay, Vic is going to put up her displace her beast whip and grab her mildew mace, and she is going to make an attack on this guy right here.
Alright, it'll be a disadvantage because you're in the water and it is a mace weapon. So you'll have to roll twice. That hits. So
Being
it
both
does
ends.
take 8.
8 first one.
It has to make a save for poison. It fails as it gets poisoned until the start of your next round.
Ooh, and it's more than 5 away from the save, so it takes additional poison damage. Takes 2d6 poison. And poison. And I will stay there fighting, protecting. That's me.
Head out 5 feet on 15. Don't have many AoE spells. I'll just cast a Starry Wisp on this one right here. $15?
15. Yep, that's a hit. Sorry, which one?
Oh god. For this one, got 3 damage.
Ooh. Damage is damage.
And I'll cast a healing word on Isa. Hold on.
Nice,
Back.
thank you.
Oh. Go right back, right there.
Is it too late to cast my
Gonna be the end now.
special ability, or is that gone for my turn?
It's gone.
Okay.
That's all you want to do, Ophelia? Alright. As this Marrow is going to have disadvantage, as it's going to attack you, Vic. It's going to claw and bite. 10 and 18?
18 hits.
Alright, claws you for 10 points of damage. These ones will hit this guy over here. Almost killing him. Wow, they're unlucky at the damage I'm doing to them. Fuck, they suck. Alright, the priest. Or step up to the plate. Using all its energy for that one blast, it's incapable of doing it. As it just steps to the blade, attacking 3 times with its scepter, which is pretty strong. As it does lightning damage, killing this thing as it zaps it. Let's see if it has any more movement left. It does, because it will smack the last one on the other one for another 22. Jeez. That's a scary priest. This thing is still slowed. It is going to use its action to basically move. That's it. That's all it can really do. It doesn't really actually have much movement.
That spell is nasty, dude.
It's a good spell, especially if it fails. But Knowing me and my rolls, sometimes I succeed really well, and it sucks. It's a waste of spell.
Yeah.
So you can hear the fish people cheering as they conquered their fight. As they end their turns, as they do not join you guys. Hoping that you guys can kill these things. Doug. Oh yeah, I forgot to make a wisdom save for those marrows. Oh, that one's out of it.
Yeah, one of them's out.
Alright, Doug.
I'm going to take a free action to disconnect the.
Alright, you kind of get the
Harpoon?
hook out. Alright. No, you're fine.
All right.
I'm not gonna make you keep constantly making the save. I think it's just one initial save in the water, and you're fine. As
Okay.
long as you're like if you're getting off land and going back in, then I would say redo it.
Okay. Alright, I'll take a swing on this one, still with a reckless attack.
So you cleave it in half as it dies.
And they cleave through to the next guy with
As you kind of
proficiency.
chop the head off, as you kind of cleave in the next one, nearly chopping its head off. It's still alive. As your
I'll
blade
take
kind of,
my second attack on this one.
as you kind of drive your blade a little further into its neck, not kind of ending the full slice through, as you chop the head of two marrows, as their bodies kind of flow down the river.
Cheer.
Nice.
I think he's probably got it. So I'm going to swim up and kind of get up on the shore here. My turn.
Okay. Oric. Alright.
We can't hear you, Hork, if you're talking.
Oh yeah, my bad. Sorry, I was muted still. Fuck. Well, I tried to do something and fail miserably for a fumble roll of 19.
19 gives you advantage.
On my next attack. Dope. I was trying to get to the one with Vic. I'm gonna move Sir Krogalod closer. And that is 30 feet. Try to get a good old 4 strike.
24.
24.
You kind of fire a little BB missiles at it, kind of
Full
chipping
damage.
its hit points.
And everyone looks okay hit point wise, I think. Actually, Dick doesn't look that great, so I'll give her
I'm at that.
a healing word.
I'm okay for now.
Huh?
I'm hanging in there. I got 33 hit points out of 49. I'm okay.
Hey, you can't do that.
Okay.
You gotta keep it in character.
There you go.
Better game.
You're still in the water, so I'm throwing a healing word at you.
He's just basing it off the color. He sees you like a little green.
For 14 healing.
Thank you.
And that is it.
That's why I have the APIs. The colors mean something. Green means good, yellow means okay, red means bad. Alright, Isa.
I like it. I do not like being this close to everybody, that I'm going to slowly back up to my friends and tell everybody, go back to the tunnels! Funnel them in! It'll be easier to get them one by one! And I'm going for old trustful firebolt at the one in front of Vic, trying to kit them.
Okay. 13's a hit.
Awesome.
As you smack it, it would do full damage. The fire doesn't seem to do much in the water, taking half damage. As the marrow will begin to kind of assist your situation, it will actually harpoon Doug. Its only ability can do for its slow. A natural 20. So it kind of punctures Doug in the back, reeling him in for half as much damage. As I'll make a wisdom.
Luckily, you got that healing.
19. It's unslowed.
It's unslowed now.
Wait, I got healing? That only Vic got healing.
Only Vic.
Vic.
Okay.
Oh, it's Vic. Oh, sorry.
I'm good anyway.
You're raging anyways, so it's just half. So 11. Vic, what do you like to do as you watch Doug just get yanked back? But you know he's fine.
I gotta take care of the guy in front of me, so I'm gonna mildew mace him.
Take care of business. Alright, you cudgel its face in as you watch the body just helplessly go down the stream.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So then I'm going to move. And right in here behind Doug. That's my turn.
Remember, the water was rough terrain, so if you did have the speed for it.
Yeah, I was only 20, so
Yeah, alright. Ophelia, what do you like to do?
How long am I poisoned?
It's gone now. I just forgot about it. It only lasts one round.
Right. 5, 15, 20. And she's gonna help out Vic and start attacking this one.
Okay.
Go past the lady with her bonus action. And then she will two strike it.
Nice.
So here goes the lady damage. Let's see if it hits.
Misses.
Oh, 11?
Yeah.
Crap. That'll be the end of my turn.
Alright. This guy's out. Alright. So Marrow begins to see Ophelia as it will take the AO as it begins to just kind of move in the water. So all three of you can make an attack of op as it begins to grab its harpoon and attempts to try to chuck at Ophelia and dragging her into the water. That's a hit. They'll do mace. I have to make a con save with poison. 13.
Does a 15 hit?
Yep. And that's also hit.
Let's see.
Dang, he got lit up.
Yeah, it regrets
That's a
its
lot of
decisions
damage.
as it gets fucking stabbed and punched and knocked in the face. I think 13 is the DC, right, for the mildew base?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Alright, as it chucks a harpoon at Ophelia, 18.
18 just hits my AC.
As you take
Intercept.
9 points of piercing, alright? As you intercept all the damage, but it pierces her either way, grabbing her into the water. So you don't take any damage, but you get kind of like, you feel like the thread of your fabric gets yanked and pulled back as it bites your face for a natural 20.
What is it with the natural 20?
But I do shitty damage, so at least you know that they're not really natural 20s. You take 6 piercing as you're poisoned. As you're stuck in the water again. I'm like happy that I roll like shit, because, you know, the damage isn't really that great. It's a d4 plus 4, but still could be worse. Alright, Doug.
The harpoon is the one that hurts.
Yeah, the spear. It does a 2d6 slot. It's like literally like Doug's weapon. Doug, what do you want to do as you watch Ophelia just get pulled back into the water? You're facing off against another Marrow, obviously, that pulled you.
It's gonna stick on the one that's attacking him. It's gonna make 2 attacks, but without reckless attacks since he's out of the water.
Okay. Alright, you cleave.
13.
Nice.
Second attack.
13 is a hit. Roll damage on that one. Yep. As it is very hurt, but still alive.
And I can't give Ophelia temporary points. She's too far away, so I'll give Vic some.
Ooh, that's strong. We know where the favorite is now.
Ooh, very nice. Thank you.
And then on the turn.
Ulrich, you watch Ophelia get pulled back into the water.
Alright, I am going to bravely step forward. And I'm going to throw a burst of poison at that thing.
Alright,
Flops
that's it.
27
Mm-hmm.
for 10 damage because it's poison. I get to add my int.
How did you roll a 0 on your D8?
No, I don't think. I think
Oh,
it's a
plus 0.
plus 0.
Yeah. Plus 0.
Alright, still alive. Don't forget, you have advantage, remember, your last hit, so you can try to roll for a crit.
Oh. Sure. Let's not waste it.
Nice.
That was worse. Yeah. We're going to stay there. And so Crocodile is going to take a shot with more garbage.
More garbage.
I fully expect the homunculus to just be throwing like random crap.
It's like parts.
Yeah.
The cogwheel firing at it. That's a hit.
25 for 7 whole damage.
Hell yeah. Kind of reminds me of Doug's last character. The little, like, flying bird.
Oh, yeah. At least this one does force damage, so technically better than the piercing.
Okay.
That is all I can do. Unfortunately. So I will pass.
Okay. Isa.
So the fire didn't do so well in the water, but I'm going to try my best with a ray of frost with the guy that's holding my friend Doug up down there.
Alright, Fila. As that's a hit, as you begin to freeze the creature. It doesn't seem to do anything, but it does kind of slow its movement as you notice the ice begins to freeze around it. But it doesn't kill him.
And I'm
That's
gonna
really low
crowd.
damage. Jeez Louise.
I know, one on each of them.
Double ones?
2 for my
That's-
2d8.
That's even upgraded too.
Yeah, but I'm gonna crouch behind Hork.
Okay, as Hork is just like, what?
No, this is normal. I'm always defending Isa.
Alright, this thing is going to attack Doug twice. 2 harpoon attacks. Oof.
Oof.
Yep. They both.
Driving the first one for 15, half to 7. As it begins to kind of pull you around the body. As it pushes you into the water. As it can do that with its harpoon ability. As the second one crits you, as he jabs into you really hard.
19.
Yeah, he's getting tapped though. He's just taking it.
Yeah.
Alright, Vic.
Yowzers. Okay.
It's merely a flesh wound for Doug.
Yep, he's durable.
Durable.
I think when he comes against like actual
That's
like
health
magic
back.
damage, that's the scary part.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast Toll the Dead on this guy.
Alright, wisdom. It fails and falters. The necrotic kind of begins to hear the ringing as the creature's brain explodes on impact, killing it. As Ophelia, I'd like you make a strength check. So you have nothing to grip you in the water. It will be with disadvantage because you're poisoned, so it will be another world. You're safe as you are swimming for dear life against the current. Alright, Vic.
Okay, well, so for my action, I'm gonna move
That's
to
me.
here, which still looks on the land, and I'm gonna put my hand out and try to. Nope, you know what?
Hit it with the whip.
No, I have the mace in my hand. Well, okay.
You could do the Indiana Jones style.
Yep, I'll throw the whip out and give it to him for support. Give it to her for
Alright,
support.
give me an attack roll, but will not make damage. So let's see if it actually The DC's a 10. 10 is all you needed. As you grab the whip around her kind of arm and you begin to yank and pull her to shore, as you can spend half your movement, let's say 10 feet, to get her to shore.
Perfect. And I will take up a defensive position.
Kind of feel the stinging pain, Ophelia, by the hook, as well as the whip. Not trying to hurt you, but trying to get you a safety harm. What would you like to do?
She doesn't necessarily trust Vic after talking to her mother, so she's gonna go around him. And she'll come up and two-strike this guy with
You
her
were
shillelagh.
calling him, Vic.
Her.
Her.
Well, I
Oh,
guess
no.
drow women are very masculine, so I'd say could be mistaken.
Yeah, normally.
That doesn't
most
make
of them,
it better.
Yeah,
Most of them look
Yeah,
like
sorry
Barbie
about that.
dolls, but I'm looking to be a little more butch.
but yeah.
Think China. Remember
Well, no, all
WWE?
drows are kind of like in between. They're either more manly, manly, or feminine, depending on how they present
Well, I
themselves.
shouldn't have misgendered you.
It's okay. All right.
I'm the
As your
guy
shillelagh
playing
is, you smack. Roll damage.
Alright, it's the called out two-strike. It does that.
As you
plus-
smash its face in as it's dead. In combat. As we'll take a quick 5-minute break, as we'll come back to what's conspired. As two Atoas are kind of celebrating, you can harvest the last marrow if you want, as all the rest of the marrows have fled down the river. As you can see, the Ukutos on their end, they are actually ripping them apart and eating them. As we'll get back into our session in 5 minutes.
Sounds good.
I cannot wait till next level.
Why?
I get 2 attacks and one of them can be a cantrip.
Ooh, I get to sculpt spells like Fireball. That's what I'm excited about.
That is.
I don't know what I'd get at level 6. I'm just happy to be level 5.
Level
Great.
5 has no fun. I cannot wait. That's when my build comes online.
Oh, I get to make an extra magic item. And I learn a new blueprint.
Bag of holding?
Bag of... Well, I already have the blueprint for a bag of holding, but yes, I will craft it.
Yeah, but level 6 blueprints are dope. So
Yeah.
choose wisely. I think did they change it up for this one, and now it's like depending on the rarity of the magical item or something.
No, I think it's just depending on the level, that's what you can craft.
Okay.
Because a lot of the enchantments that you can do for your crossbow, they're now stuck on level 6.
I thought they changed replicate magic item.
They did. They completely rework it. Actually, I don't think replicate magic item exists per se.
Yeah, they were trying to rework it and stuff like that and make it like more about rarity, but I may be wrong.
I am having a great time working on my spell book and stuff. Trying to be versatile.
It's so dope. I wish there were more spell scrolls for you to choose from now.
I'm still on my spell book. There's a Cone of Cold I don't have, and I guess technically the light cantrip I don't have, but I really haven't needed it. But I've gotten Fireball, Invisibility, and Fly from it.
Ooh. I can
Oh,
make
and-
an uncommon weapon.
Ooh!
With create magic item.
Yep.
Okay.
Uncommon armor, wand, or weapon that isn't cursed. That's sad.
It's nice it's not cursed.
But like uncommon, they're really good. That's the thing. And like I think replicate magic item is a really good one at level 6.
Yeah.
I don't know when.
I can also make +1 armor,
Ooh.
and I think I can change the ones I have. So I might change the. Let me change one of them.
So can you just give a +1 to someone's armor, or can you make +1 armor?
I make +1 armor.
Holy crap!
Actually, I can make either a +1 armor or any other uncommon armor.
Can you make +1 plate armor?
Technically, yes.
That would be a huge jump for me. I'm wearing chain. Go to plate would be amazing.
That's something I always kind of had a question about. Is I almost thought that you'd like have to already have the armor and then you could like enchant it to be +1.
Mm.
But
No, not with replicate. Like replicate magic item, just make a magic item that he has to keep
dang.
the slot open for. Essentially.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, full plate's 18, +1 would be 19, shield would be 21. That'd be amazing.
That's crazy. Because I know that you get certain enchantments like the warming armor and stuff like that with replicate magic item before, and it just made any armor that you wanted, but it had the warming enchantment, so you could make plate. But I think it would be up to the DM.
And now it's separate. Now I can either make a +1 armor or I can make an uncommon, like the armor.
Oh.
Yeah, it's separate.
I like that distinction now.
Next time we're in a town or something, I'll try and look for a wand so that you can stop having to make or keep concentration on my wand thing.
It's good. I can also just drop the alchemy jug because it's mostly utility outside of combat.
But it's so much
we're gonna get our
fun.
mayonnaise.
That's for focus too, isn't it? I mean, it's,
Yeah, what's gonna be your focus?
No, I'm still using the actual alchemy set as a focus. I have to use the crafter tool, and the alchemy jug is technically not a artisan tool.
Not. Well, I thought you had to just use a magical item.
Nope, it's either through
I
thieves
changed
tools
it.
or any artisan tool that you have proficiency with.
Oh, that's because you're alchemist.
Because I am a alchemist.
Yep.
But all of my bonuses, like the extra plus adding the end for healing and specific damage types, is all if I cast through the alchemist kit.
And that's
Okay.
worth keeping.
That's worth keeping, but then that means I will never be able to use like a +1 wand. I think it's still worth it. It's like my
Let's
healing
find
word
a
is
plus
plus
one.
10.
Yeah, that is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, who needs a +1 when you get a +5?
Plus wine, beer, water. You never know what you're gonna need down here.
Yeah.
I think the alchemy jug could be with the new 6 slots, he could take a whole bunch of different 6 level slots. I think the alchemy jar can be used better as something else.
Yeah. I'm definitely also like close to my carrying capacity.
That's why the
So
bag
that's
of
why I
holding.
want to make the bag.
Vic
I
can
just
help you.
didn't want to use a bag of holding right off the bat.
If you need some help carrying stuff, let Vic know. She's got some tolerance.
I think I'm just becoming Eevee and just hoarding all my money. And I think I need to probably buy something. Yes. Yeah, I'm carrying almost 300 gold pieces.
100 of Doug's is mine, but yeah. I just don't have much holding capacity. I'm delicate.
You're delicate.
I love Izza.
I am really enjoying Horik. I am curious to see how the final release of the Artificer ended up.
Yeah, they evolved.
There's a new subclass too.
Ooh.
But I really wanted to heal for once, and I'm having a great time. I still want to make someone big.
I'm back. Sorry. With the destruction of the Marrows and surviving the countless acts, you can see the raiders of the Ukuto are grateful towards you as they begin to kind of look towards you, kind of cheer as they kind of call their deity Limogon! Limogon! As they kind of chant back and forth constantly. We shall take you towards the river. We shall take you towards the river and be blessed by Limogon. Blessed. As they begin to kind of migrate, you can see them moving across the water. Those that are hurt are left behind as the fish people begin to lead you if you wish to follow.
I think it's worth it. Sorry,
We
Omar.
can follow fish people.
They
Hope they're
seem
doing us right. They don't
nice
seem
enough.
to be infected by anything. Don't see any spores.
Yeah. He will follow. Oh, there's a lot more of them. Oof.
Sorry. As you can see, the chieftain stops at the end of the river where they take you. You can see kind of the priestess themselves begins to share the secrets of Libugon as they are regarded to go to Sloopadoop, to their homelands, as they see fit, that the power of Libugon shall bless you in your future endeavors. As it begins to take out what seems to be 2 vials of kind of potions, as they're yellow in color, as they're mixed with the river water, it seems to be, with, as they offer it as a gift from Libugon to you as a thank you for helping their people, as this is the reward they give you, seeing fit that they hope to see you in Sloopadoop one day, as they wish for you to join the cult.
What do they give us again? I'm sorry.
They gave you 2 vials, as it's blessed by Limogon himself, the god of basically of the Ukuto, as they believe the Demon Lord. Out of context, I would say probably anybody from the Underdark would know this, as they follow the Demigorgon as their god. but they give you 2 vials of this blessed potion of Limugugun. Its powers are kind of within this. Take. You will be blessed by Limu. If you drink, we will see you in our town of Snoopadoop. Now you are praised by Limugun. As they start chanting, all of them, as you just hear the chanting over and over. As they allow you to move across the river, making your way as their entirety of their people will head towards their homeland and city.
They
Yeah, these names
believe
are way
that
too
whatever's in those vials is the essence of their god. Treat it with reverence and don't disrespect them as we pass through.
As you guys saw them, they're full with the water coming from here, but they were blessed by the priestess themselves. Unknown to if it is magical or not, but it does have a weird yellowish hue to it.
And I will take the vials and thank them. Kind of go back to the group. I don't know what this stuff is, but it seemed like it was an important gift from them, so.
Yeah, it does seem important. Just take it, nod your head, and we'll move on and figure it out later.
We'll kind of wave peacefully as we. So we need to get to the other side of the river?
Yeah, you just kind of travel down here. You just
Yeah, okay.
continue onwards.
Are we traversing this map more, or is it going to bring us
Nope.
to another map?
And we're just
Okay.
kind of there minding it. So they're going to Sloopadoop as their kind of area. You're basically kind of somewhere around the Dark Lake region. Traveling.
Oh, okay. I see the Sloopadoop at the end of the Dark Lake
Yeah, so
name.
Sloopadoop had been ransacked by the Demon Gorgon himself, as they had left, as they now are trying to reconvene with Sloopadoop once more. As you guys begin to continue onwards, you're welcome to take a short rest if you see fit to replenish yourselves, maybe finding a camp in sight in the distance, as you can obviously short rest if you like. In the meantime, as you travel along for the rest of the remaining of the day, you can obviously roll a Demon Hunter for a magical item or a survival check for a magical herb, or you can forfeit the survival check for a survival check on some mushrooms.
I'm gonna make a survivor roll for mushrooms.
With my short rest, I do our arcane recovery.
As you come across your travels, Vic, looking for a mushroom, you come across another fungi that you've came across before, maybe not you, but someone else, as you see a human-like tongue fungus sticking out. As it's edible, and it's called the Tongue of Madness. As you can consume it, it may give you the compulsion to speak louder for the next hour. It also contains taintedness to it, as eating it may give madness to the prospective individual, likely. As it does give you a flaw, but it also gives you a benefit as you can speak Demon, aka Abyssal, for the next 24 hours.
Interesting. Okay, I'll kind of harvest it with the intention that I'll be probably passing on to Hork.
As you
I'll still take it.
grab a human-like tongue. It's large and gross-looking, but it is just a mushroom.
This is so gross, but I think it'll come in useful later.
All right, madness soup. Let's go.
I'm good for it.
As you guys spend your long days of traveling, eventually getting to a convenient spot, finding a place of safety and haven around Mushroom, a mountain likely in the distance, and much beautiful luminous of mushrooms and fungi around surrounding the vicinity of the area. As you can begin to brew up a fire, set up your tents, as you begin to take your attempt on a long rest from a long day, from almost nearly dying to marrows, to saving the people of some fish people and getting a blessing out of the equation. For those that want to particularly know what the hell that they got from the blessing, you can roll an Arcana check or an Identify spell if you want to take it quicker.
Identify. Or I'll Arcana first.
As you look at it closely, as you smell it, you can see kind of like green fluid, as you see kind of yellow and jellyfish bubbling, floating to it, as they seem to bless you with 2 potions of water breathing.
Oh, those are awesome.
Kind of disturbing. There's a jellyfish in it, but that is dope.
It's not alive anymore, it's dead.
It's like a lava lamp.
That's a whole other can of worms.
I do like the art for that.
The art is amazing.
They've updated a lot of them.
We haven't encountered much water. Is this a forbearance of what's to come?
Maybe.
Oh.
But they're also like fish creatures, so maybe it's just something that they have a lot of.
That's a good idea. Maybe they are used in this potion, huh?
Maybe it's like a gift to make us like them. I don't know.
And I have the feeling that we'll probably run into them again along the way.
Possibly.
I will start ritual casting Liam in Tiny Hut. And you see Ophelia's walking around and she's sweeping her broom across a certain amount of space and making some kind of intricate circle with her broom.
Willing to take first watch. I'm feeling pretty good after everybody has a little rest. Might be better.
What's your watch order currently? Even if you are having invisibility of a bubble, there are creatures that can see through it. That exists in
That
Underdark.
can take the first watch.
You'll take the first watch with me?
Awesome.
Yep.
Swatch. Or who would?
I already had
Alright.
offered.
Oh, okay.
If you want to, you two do it.
Sure.
We can take the second watch. That way you guys can get more sleep.
You mean third and fourth?
Yeah, the 2 elves. Or we can offset. Or we can take all the watch. What do you want to do, Ophelia? You want to offset, or do you want to take the same watch?
Well, I would like to get some sleep right now, to be honest.
Honestly, we only need you for 2 hours at the end. That if I have,
Alright.
I mean, we're in a invisible bubble. I'll take the first watch. Doug takes the second, then Vic, and then Ophelia.
No, I can take the first two if Ophelia's willing to sleep, and then she'll take the last, or take 3 and 4, and I'll sleep.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, sure
Everybody
doesn't
get their
bother me.
full sleep.
Sounds good.
Be protected in here, should we?
Yeah, we should. Nothing can get in at least unless it knows high level magic.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
I'm gonna go trance. After she gets done sweeping the whole area with her broom, you see a witch's hat tent pops up around us as she starts to trance inside of a little tinted room in the side.
I'll enter. And then go and lay down my bedroll. I'm still kind of covered in the Hellhound cloak. Starting to get a little smelly in here. I'm trying to use more perfume, but it still smells.
Vic will make sure that her armor's in, good shape, and her weapons. And she'll take out a small book and start transcribing, like a diary type thing. Kind of paying more attention, especially on the first watch, to that and the book than her environment. Got a mean side eye though. Then for the second part of her watch, she's gonna sit there and kind of read and review the same book, but keeping an eye out for stuff around. Okay. After 4 hours, if Ophelia isn't up, I'll go gently shake her, kind of just nudge her, let her know.
Alright. She wakes up and she puts on her makeup and then heads out.
Hey, your fortress is held well. I don't think you have anything to worry. Just keep an eye out.
Okay. Thank you, Vic.
I'll take the warm bed you just vacated.
Gonna play with her tarot cards for like the first 30 minutes. And then she's gonna start hunting for good dreams and looking at let me do my perception check. 11?
Okay. What do you do for your 2-hour watch?
For the first 2 hours she just goes around sniffing for dreams. Horik, are you having good dreams?
When am I not?
You're always hungry. You're gonna eventually eat all her dreams.
Doug is having a nightmare.
Doug is having a nightmare?
Yeah, scary, scary.
What's your nightmare about?
See him tossing, turning a little bit.
She doesn't know if she wants to eat something nasty again.
Wait.
I'm meh. Kind of on the negative side. I didn't like that swimming in the water thing.
I'm good.
Yeah, nope. She's still trying to be a good witch. So she eats all of your dreams, Doug. You can choose to wake up or not if you want, but you do sleep more soundly as the things that are chasing you out of your dreams or things that are making you anxious slowly start to disappear as you see they get like it seems like they turn into wisps and they just disappear and you're just left in darkness but silent.
As you kind of see Doug's body stop, kind of not like abruptly, not all at once, but kind of slowly stops tossing and turning and just turns into a gentle sleep.
She tries her best not to gag on it, but she does just think that she deserves a treat.
I could see
So
in the
what are you
future. I
exactly?
could see in the future you eating a demonic dream and a demonic nature spreads across you.
It's how she makes her spells and like stuff like that, so it does affect her slightly. Um, what exactly are you dreaming about? Or can you give me like a little taste of it?
Sure. So horror extreme always like super nice. So it's just essentially remembering the good days with the clan. Just and that's when Dale's sneaking into the human settlement. This one is just him, just with another kobold on top of him, just pretending he's a person, just trying to barter in one of the towns in Icewind Dale, bartering with the locals.
Mm. You see, for some reason, one of your favorite stands that you barter with is just
Mhm.
gone. Black pit. It's very discerning, but it's up to you if you want to interact with it.
Is it just vanishes completely, or it just goes to black?
It looks like a stand that used to be there, but now it's just like snowy, snowy, snowy plot.
Are you seeing the dream as you eat, as you consume it, or?
Yeah, you would slowly you would turn and it seems like it's out of your peripheral. You know that something's wrong, like your subconscious is telling you something. All of a sudden you know you're in a dream,
Oh,
and then it disappears.
so Horde just like looks around the market, like trying to figure out if he's in the right place, and he's so disturbed that something that should be there is missing that he just slowly starts waking up.
You
Are
see,
you? Yeah.
Ophelia is enjoying herself. It's like she's like, it looks like she's smacking on something, trying to savor it. And she doesn't notice that you've woken up and she just heads over here. And she keeps her watch as she has her eyes closed, just savoring the taste of whatever she had.
Ulrich just stares at Ophelia like he can't prove anything definitively, but she thinks he thinks she did something. Something she has never done to him, at least, as far as he's aware. So he'll try to go back to sleep, but you notice that he's just going to really like hunker down in the sleeping bag with just like cuddling Sir Croak a lot. Like he's a little afraid right now, but he'll still try to get a full rest. I'm not gonna say anything to Ophelia at this point, but he has some questions.
So continue for her second watch. She is now full, and she plays with her tarot cards and starts writing a letter to her mom. Damn.
I feel betrayed.
That's a strike. Adding that to the list. Well, I reset it from last time, but yeah. Is that all you're gonna be doing? You watched the last 4 hours, I'm guessing, Julia?
Yeah, for the last 4 hours, I just look out and
Alright. Roll me just
look
one more
around.
perception for another 2 hour, and then see if you get another one if you're not paying attention. Ugh.
crap.
2 strikes.
I thought I rolled
did-
a
You rolled an
11.
11 the first time, and then a 5 for your
Yeah.
cheat.
and then a 5. That's what I thought I rolled. Yeah, I rolled 1 for the first one when I was eating horror stream, and then
Oh, okay,
I
my
rolled the
apologies. So
5.
1 strike. Okay, my apologies. I didn't see that at all. Alright. As you wake up for the next day, replenished and once more revitalized, eating whatever rations you have left in your inventory or whatever you picked up along the way as you consume, as your supplies are kind of being reduced gradually, but you were offered enough supplies for your venture, hopefully enough to get you where you need to go, as you guys obviously find things along the way and replenish as well. As you're on your final few days before you arrive to your location, traveling far and wide, you guys can see convening to collect your things as I will set up the next location as you travel.
I am adding 2 flight elixirs. Normally I would share these. Horik is just going to keep one on himself and gonna put the other one on Sir Krukalot. In case someone needs it, he'll just airborne drop it. But he's going to stay a little bit away from Ophelia for now.
Izza takes the time that we have and gets the money back from Doug, so you don't have to worry about that. So take that at last 100 out. I'm going to spend 50 of that to add the cantrip light to my spell books. Not to say I'm going to use it right away, but just having it available.
Okay. You see, Ophelia is starting to use her wings a little bit more. She floats. She doesn't. She's starting like to walk less and less. She just floats around with her wings.
Why you gotta be showing off?
Oh, it's a curse, those wings. They think it's beneficial. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's yeah, it is a curse. It just feels more comfortable. Like you guys walk around so much.
I mean, that is why we have feet, right? Walk.
Yes, but now I have wings, so I don't need to use my feet as much.
I mean, we're underground. There's just not as much opportunity to fly as I hear there is on the surface. But you know, maybe there's spots.
Yeah, agreed. Not the level of freedom down here as there is on the top side.
I really would like to push these to the limit and see how fast I could go. Down here, I guess floating will do. He is trying to keep a little bit of distance from Doug. She did not like the taste of his dreams last night, and it just left a bad taste on her. And it seems like Ophelia's maybe just a little bit irritated.
With my dream?
No, it seems like more like she's like her stomach's upset or something.
Yeah, okay.
Not her tummy.
And she's not as fearful as she normally is.
Troubles you, little one.
As you guys begin to make your last trek, as you've a few days left towards your destination, you eventually come towards what seems to be a great terrace of a cavern of something. You can see there are large trees and huge red leaves the size of humans that grow to the floor, curtains of diluting vines hanging from the ceiling, as you see creatures living within these holes. You can roll a perception check. As you begin to notice some small creatures, you've never seen the likeness of these creatures before. They are foreign to these lands, unknown on how they got here, but there are dozens or so living within the caverns itself, as they look very tribal looking, if anything. As they look like plant people, if anything, as they look like they're worshipping some kind of monument. As they have primitive weapons itself, as it looks like you have to go through these caverns to make it to the other side.
How did you describe them?
They're like plant people, basically, but I'll show a picture of one of them when I get a chance.
I know we did run into something similar, like right at the beginning of the campaign.
Yes, they are called veggie pygmies.
I don't recall that being their name. Oh, the ones we saw earlier.
Yeah, you had seen them, but they were corrupted and they were turned. They're kind of like
Yeah, we just
myconids,
gotta
but
stick
they
past
are
it.
different.
He says through our telepathic link.
What do you think we should do? I've never communicated with creatures like this before. I don't know if they're friendly or if they'll attack us on sight. I'm not sure.
As you can see, they are currently in turmoil at the moment, as there's a rather large creature in the middle of this kind of lake itself. As it comes out, comes and goes as it sees fit, as they're placating whatever they can get to feed whatever this deity or god or they worship, as it seems a lot of the veggie pygmies have been slain due to this cause. As you can tell by their morale, not merely just seeing their faces, because they don't really have much of a face, but you can roll an insight check. With an insight of 20 or higher, you can ascertain these veggie pygmies are struggling to basically offer what they could towards their deity or god or whatever they worship here, as they seem incapable of giving whatever this thing is that lives within the lake. As due to the fault of that, many are likely used as food for it.
But it looks like they're worshipping the thing in the lake.
Correct.
Not willingly, by the sounds of it.
Unknown to that, of course.
I guess we should proceed cautiously.
As every day I did my mage armor, but I'm like behind everybody else. You move forward, I'll be right. I got your back, guys.
I'll
this-
cast
is this
aid
water?
at.
Yeah, this is where it is, where they're worshipping it.
I'll cast aid at 3rd level on Isa, myself, and Hork.
So it's kind of flowing down as you... It's not a very strong current, but it's flowing into it itself. As there are dozens of veggie pygmy here.
We all get an extra 10 HP.
What HP?
Yeah, we
Wow.
get 10 HP added to our max.
Thank you.
I cast it at 3rd level on the squishies.
Still, you're still kind of
Thank
sus,
you.
but thank you.
That just like tripled, or like I had added a third of. Yeah, that was awesome.
I think we should stay out of the water. Maybe walk along just like a ledge.
Oh,
Kind of hard to tell because everything looks like one shade. One shade.
It is kind of like a ledge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll just try to stealth with our wings.
If you are
If you're not
flying,
flying.
your stealthing is going to be kind of hindered because you're going to be.
Oh, I thought I wouldn't splash in the water.
No, you can hover for sure, but if you're trying to fly, it's different.
No, I'm just hovering. I might try to stealth through so we don't.
As you can see, the kind of creature of whatever it is they worship is like a large plant that's kind of in the water itself. As you can see, almost it has like Venus flytraps vibes, like giant mouths. The plant, as it's a huge creature itself.
So, like the telepathic link, he's gonna think, are we trying to sneak by them or
Who's
talk to
them? I don't see them.
He's
Yeah, I don't see them either.
These little plant creatures.
Based them earlier, some kind of little
okay, now I see them.
vegetative things.
They look preoccupied. We might be able to get by.
With a stealth check of 8, they begin to react to your emotion as some of the veggie pigments begin to move to your surrounding areas.
Sorry.
So you see a lot of them just kind of come out of the ground.
Oh,
as they
jeez.
pop up
Ah.
mushrooms. As they begin to
You
try to
duck.
speak to you, but they speak in plant.
I have the comprehend languages.
Do you want to cast it as a spell?
I will.
As the veggie pygmy begins to try to kind of talk to you, that it's capable of its intelligence of a whopping 6. Please! Please don't leave, please!
Don't leave what?
We need help! We need to feed! Roots.
What's roots?
Our god needs to feed. The creature need demonic bodies. We need to kill them, but we are not strong enough. We are slowly trying to feed her, but we are weak and frail. You look strong. Would you help us?
I'm sending this psychic linking to all the people, translating without them knowing, and trying to gather. I literally cannot see further than the first guy or two. So are they trying to feed the god with something demonic that they want us to kill, or do they want us?
They need
the
demonic cadavers, basically corpses.
What? So, hopefully we'll ask. Isa ask. What was the? And what can their god give us for us helping them kill some demonic creature? Well, them and their god. Tell me, Hurts. I don't want to be here.
These things have a god.
I gave you all the knowledge psychically as they were giving it to me.
Yeah, they call it roots. rot roots or whatever. It's a giant plant. Like a giant.
Is the plant in the water that we're trying to feed? Like
You
that's what
don't
I'm trying
see
to
it
determine.
currently right now, but you see lots of bodies being given into the water.
Into the
blood,
water.
So
Okay.
as they are losing their members, are unable to make as many veggie pygmies as they're not worthy to sacrifice. They need something of demonic nature. But they're asking your plead. But if you want to ask them what you would get in return, you're welcome if you'd like.
I look at everybody else. Anybody opposed to that question? Telepathically, that stare.
Anybody that's on the side of killing demons is a friend of mine.
So yeah, what would you God give us in return for these bodies that we're gonna kill?
We would rejoice. We would invite. You would join the ceremony and offer the corpses towards Root, and then you shall rejoice in our fungal thickets. We offer many mushrooms of many fungi may help you along your journey.
Okay, I translated that everybody telepathically, and kind of sounds like a good deal. We're gonna kill him anyway.
I mean, is this the ally we need? Or we just circumvent them?
I'm okay either way, but
I'll show you what Root looks like, but you
I
wouldn't
have
know
a
what it
bad
looks
feeling.
like. But yeah. So this is what it looks like, but you don't see it currently. It's considered a large creature too. It's a plant. As it feeds off of demons.
It's so pretty.
It is kind of cool.
It is really cool.
Basically like a giant, Venus flytrap.
Venus flytrap, yeah.
It's a giant Dagobaba.
Yeah. I think we're willing to kill some demons along the way to help. How do we get these bodies back to root rot or rot root?
Bring to lake. We shall do ceremony. We know there's demons here. They are around here. We are too weak to fight them. We know they are in the chasm, far away from here. As they point, as the mushrooms begin to kind of point an arrow in a direction down below here. They
Will
hide.
one of them show us?
They just point an arrow. They make an arrow.
is that the way we're going anyway?
It's a little off track, but yes. There are demons there awaiting.
I'm always down for killing demons.
We are too weak. Many few have died and attempted. We cannot reproduce fast enough. Root hungers.
In the same token, should we just take on root? I say telepathically?
I say telepathically. I don't think we should kill their god. It's their religion.
Okay, we're gonna kill demons anyway. Let's go do it.
I mean, okay.
So they kind of point in the direction where the demons were last spotted within the tunnels. Is everybody here?
Are we gonna trust these guys and go after them?
It's up to you. They offer a fungus, a rare fungus, in a ceremony.
No, then
What's the fungus they offer?
Just mushrooms that you can find in rare ones and common ones.
We can buy them from them?
No, they give them freely.
Oh, sweet. Okay. We would love to have some shrooms from you.
well, after we kill the demons.
Yeah, they
And
don't speak
beat
to
him
you.
to
They only
root.
speak veggie pygmy, so only Isa can communicate.
Did they tell us how many?
No.
So-
We're gonna have to figure that out.
Lisa's awake. Can we just pretend that she asked how many demons? We need
I
to
always
separate?
said I had been translating back and forth. I thought I would.
They said
clear
many.
about that.
That's all they can say.
Yeah.
As they attempted, but every time they faltered and lost dozens. They're not very strong.
Okay.
If they wouldn't need you.
What do you say? Should we go kill some demons?
I said I thought so.
Yes. Demons.
Yeah, Doug's down to kill demons.
Demon.
Any objections?
Yep, I'll follow you.
Is it on this map or is it in a different
It's
area?
in this map still. I didn't want to use a secondary map. Just thought it'd be easier.
Go find some demons.
So begin to move in. Doug, roll me perception check as you're leading this charge. 16, as you quickly see them, they're on the ceiling. Roll initiative. They drop down. As I will show you what they look like on our Discord, as they're pretty gross.
Oh. Ugh.
Ew, that is gross.
Oh God. I
What's that
rolled so
called?
poorly.
As you do see here, a big kind of heavy thumping and kind of smashing as something else is in there, looking like it's leading the charge of these creatures. You can't see it yet, but it is going to join the fray as you see this as well, but you don't actually see the creature yet.
Oh, that one's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Also terrifying.
Kind of reminds me of the big guy from, was it Labyrinth? Or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Labyrinth meets like Star Wars, Ice Guy.
Yeah.
Alright. We're into combat. Alright, Billy, what am I gonna do? You see these gross demons. You see these things as, out of context, these are dretches. These are the new dretches.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna cast Shillelagh and do a Starry Wisp on one of them. They're gross. She doesn't want to get close.
Okay, that's a hit. And they're full of disease.
14 Radiant.
Which one are you hitting?
the front one.
Okay. It takes the blow as it's still alive.
And that's all she can do. And that'll be the end of her turn.
Alright.
I don't have a button.
Vic.
Okay, Vic is going to cast Bless. And I'm going to cast it on Doug, Isa, and Hork.
Thank you kindly.
And I'm going to hold my action with my Mildew Mace if anybody comes within striking distance.
Alright. Stretch is slowly making its descent. It moves really slowly. So it begins to spew out a cloud around it as it uses fetid cloud, as it almost like farts basically, as the fumes begin to surround it into a smoke screen. And the creature also does the same thing, as it seems like it's like a defensive mechanism, and you can see all the little boils and things on them explode. This one also does it as a bonus action, as it begins to make its mark towards Doug. So, as it tries to rend you for 12. As this creature does not do the ability, as it goes for Doug as well. 13 misses. They begin to surround Doug slowly. 13 also misses. They don't seem to be very strong, as Doug, they eventually, Vic, they eventually come to you. As this one kind of explodes, kind of gases from its body. Hello?
Hit Vic?
Yep. Oh, roll me an attack. You held an action, right?
Yeah, I did. Thank you.
That's a hit, as you cudgel it for 7 in the face. The poison doesn't seem to do anything, as it's immune.
Fair enough.
So we'll try to attack you. 22,
Hit.
as it does 7 points of slashing. You'll have to roll a con save for your spell. As your bless is gone.
Well, don't you have
Yeah.
Warcaster?
I do, so I get advantage on that.
Correct.
Thank
Roll
you.
again.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Oh, yeah, that was even worse. Woof. He's destined to fail.
You're just out of the smoke screen coming off of it. It is not opaque, so you can see through it, but it is some kind of poison residue coming off of them.
Okay, so I can see a few people where I'm at, like just kind of through the mist, right?
Yeah, you can see them still. It's just a poison mist.
Ah, here. Oh,
I would like to do 2 hits on the guy in front of Vic and 1 on the guy over here in the corner.
Okay.
Magic missile. First one is on the guy in front, and why did I only roll 2?
hit it again.
So it's only the first of those rolls.
Okay. Well, let me actually change that.
So 5, 2, and 2. That
This one.
I don't see any more
It's not
rolls.
5. It's
What's
not 5.
wrong?
That was a con save. You have to roll another missile. They're separate rolls.
Thought
You
I
have to roll
did.
them all separately. It doesn't
Fair.
do an auto. It doesn't. And then the 2 and 3 into which one?
2 and 2 go in the one in front of Vic, and the third goes into the one over here by Doug.
All right.
And I'm gonna step behind my friends.
Okay. All right, Doug. You begin to inhale this crap as it begins to kind of touch your skin. Obviously, it's a poison, so I think you have advantage, or no? You just have resistance.
I have resistance.
Okay.
No.
You have to roll a con save. That's a fail. As you're poisoned until the start of its next turn. With this poison condition, it's like a slow. You can only take an action or bonus action. You can't take both, and you can't take reactions. Ooh. But it only lasts a round every time.
That sucks.
Correct. So you won't be able to cleave.
I could cleave because that's not a bonus action, but I couldn't rage and attack this
No,
turn.
you can't. Yeah.
These guys seem weak. I think I'll forgo an attack, or I'll forgo raging, and I'll just attack the injured one up here first.
Okay. 12's it. As you kill it.
I'll cleave into the one next to it for 11. I'll take a swing on it for 11.
You can't make 2 attacks. You can only make 1. Remember.
Because
I thought it,
You can only
From
use
the
an
poison?
action or a bonus action. Yeah, it's like a slow. You can only do 1.
well, yeah. So my action is the attack. An extra attack isn't a bonus action. Correct.
So you can't get the both attacks with the action. You only get the 1. So you don't get the multi attack. You only get the 1 attack. You know what I mean?
I mean, I know what you mean, but like the wording of poison, it'd be I can either make an action or a bonus action. I can't take
I'll
both.
allow it. I can understand what the meaning doesn't make.
But extra attack isn't
Yeah.
like isn't like
Yeah,
your
it's not
bonus action. It's
considered,
just
yeah.
you
Yeah,
use your
slow-
attack action, you get 2 attacks.
Yeah, slow has different wording. It has an extra exert in it saying that you can't. You can only do one of those actions.
Okay. And that'll end my turn.
This creature begins to spew more grossness out of its body. As it begins to make its way towards Vic. Misses. This creature will also action dash. This one will also action dash towards Doug. Auric.
They are a lot, and they are all
Gross.
that, and they're all swarming Doug. I think I'm gonna make Giant Doug. I would like to cast Enlarge on Doug.
Okay.
Big Doug.
Love it.
So Horic literally just throws a vial in your back, and you just explode in size. Gotta stay a little bit on the back. And then Sir Crocolot is just going to take a pot shot at that one. 14.
Yep.
Come on. 4 damage. A tiny wrench. And that's it.
Alright. Oh, which one else, right? The back one?
Oh, this one.
Oh.
Yeah, I would hit the other one, but technically a giant dog is in
As
the
a
way.
creature begins, you don't see it as it's invisible. This is a Belgura. This is what they look like now. They're less ape-like. As it sees a big creature, it doesn't like that. As it uses a spell, as it begins to lose the invisibility, you can see the horrible creature, Doug, before you. As it casts Phantasmal Killer on you. It's a wisdom save.
Watch them.
15 is a fail. As it is upcasted, so it's gonna deal a lot of damage. It can do it at 6th level, once a day.
Holy.
As you take
What?
26 points of psychic. As you begin to take the hit, it gives you basically disadvantage on ability checks, attack rolls for the duration. You can make the saving throw at the end of your turns, I believe. Yes. On a failed save, you take the psychic damage again.
Oh god.
As the creature just pounds his chest. Is it? Yeah, it kind of stands there. Ophelia. Well, that's the new Phantasma Killer. It's changed. It basically makes you have the deepest, darkest fears. So that's all you see. So you can roleplay it out as you see fit. What your darkest fears are.
I'm going to cast. Well, no, I already cast my Shillelagh. So I'm going to come up right here, and I'm going to bonus action inspire Doug.
Okay.
So you get a D8, and I will swing at the guy in front of us with a True Strike.
As that's a hit. So you smash its face in, it's still alive.
It does a total of 10 damage. All radiant. Don't know if that makes a difference.
Nope.
Only
if you're
that's all I can do.
If you smite, that's it. But yeah. Alright, Vic. As you see this horrifying creature coming out of the blitz, as it begins to kind of strike into your boy Doug, as Doug doesn't look really great, as kind of blood is kind of spewing out of different orifices of his face.
Alright, I can touch Doug, so I'm gonna cast a cure.
Alright.
Alright, then I'm going to use my bonus action to attack.
The hurt one?
I War Priest, yep. Oh, the hurt guy in front of me.
Mm-hmm. Alright, you kill him as it dies, as its body kind of just is left there for you to harvest.
Alright, I'm gonna take a chance and take a 5-foot step right here in my turn.
Alright. Dretch begins to make its core towards Doug as it attempts to attack him. A 22. For 3 points of damage. Doug.
And I intercept.
Yeah, you're within. It takes 0 damage. Yeah, you block it.
We're blocked.
This one goes to you, Vic. 13, which is a miss.
Miss.
This one also goes for you, Vic. 16, which is a miss.
Miss.
This one goes towards Doug. 21 for 7 slashing. Alright, Isa.
Okay, so I am within 60 feet of this creature. I'm gonna try lullaby and good night. Please do fall asleep.
It begins to kind of get drowsy as its body begins to relinquish back and forth as it drops unconscious, sleeping.
Leave the big guy alone, guys.
As it loses concentration on Doug.
Oh, thank goodness.
And I kind of step a little behind.
I take it I get poisoned by the
You'll have to roll another con save. Alright, you're not poisoned this time. There's no immunity, it just keeps happening, which is the shitty part. But
Okay.
you're no longer cursed with whatever this thing was trying to kill you.
Alright, I'm going to rage. Take a swing at the injured one.
Nathan comes back, he's like, hey, how's it going, guys?
For 18.
So you slice it in half. Shing!
I'll cleave into this one. For 4. Take another attack on it.
17's a hit. That's enough
14.
HP to kill it as he begins to slice that necks of these creatures.
Oh no, I just started this turn. Is it on my turn?
Alright. As the Dretch will attack again, Vic. 22.
Hits.
Let's take 6 slashing. This one comes behind Vic, slicing, dicing. 20 to hit
20 hits.
for 3 slashing. This one will attack Ophelia for 9. For Rick.
First, the one in front of Ophelia. Let's do fire.
Mm-hmm.
14
Yes, a hit.
for 2 whole fire damage.
As it resists, then it takes 1. So, doesn't seem to
All right.
take much.
To move next to Isa. And the Homunculus is going to fire a chicken wing.
Ooh, Glyphic.
Yeah!
On the same one?
Super chicken wing!
Knight in shining armor, I tap you on the back and
5
give you
whole
a good
damage.
slap.
Killing it.
And we're gonna keep it behind Ophelia, 25 feet in the air.
Okie dokie.
And that's it.
Alright, the Balgora sleeping like a baby, sucking its thumb. Ophelia.
Ophelia will. She'll continue up and try to. Can she squeeze through here?
No, I'd say no. You'd have to go through Doug's space, which would be rough terrain.
Okay. I can get through with rough terrain. I have enough movement. And they're right here. And I'll try to smack this one.
Okay.
With a true strike.
That's a hit.
For 9 damage again. I mean, end my turn. Wait, yeah, I mean, end my turn.
Vic, roll my con save as you begin to inhale this nasty poison. A 10 is a fail. It's beginning to cough and wheeze as you can now only use an action, bonus action, and you can't take reactions for this round.
I apologize. What was that again?
So you can only choose an action or a bonus action on this turn, and you can't take a reaction while poisoned.
That's not good. Can I take disengage and run away?
Yeah, you can use an action to disengage. That's an action. Doesn't hinder your movement. Just, yeah. Anything else?
Actually, I want to move here and attack this guy. Fuck it.
You can't. You disengaged. Can't have both.
Okay, you're right. There we go.
Alright. As this creature goes for Doug. Misses. You're not recklessing, right, Doug?
Nope.
Alright.
On these
As
guys.
this one begins to spew out its fetid cloud gas into the air as it attacks Ophelia. 13, which is a miss. Isa, you're concentrating on the spell. What would you like to do?
I'd like to firebolt. Fire always does good. And I'm gonna get the guy that I can see quickest and easiest.
They are
11 is a hit.
slightly resistant.
So damage seems to be halved.
Oh, 12.
So resists.
Yeah, my
some
bad. I
of your
forgot to
fire
tell you
damage.
that.
Okay. I note that. I see them kind of shake it off a little better than others. And noted. Trying something different.
Yep.
Alright, Doug.
Alright, I'm going to give Ophelia some temporary HP. And I'm going to attack this injured one over here.
You have to roll me a con save before then.
Oh,
For the fetid cloud. Oh no, go ahead. Just to see. You're fine. Okay, roll that crit. Alright, you slice it in half, killing it.
and I'll take a second attack on this one.
Doug's pissed.
For 16.
I like Angry Dog.
Roll the d4 as well because you're big with extra damage.
Oh yeah.
For what?
D4, you're giant. You got.
I did add that on there. You
Oh,
can
you
see
did?
that
Okay.
in the roll, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah,
You
so,
made
yeah.
a macro for it. Nice. Alright. Dretch is stupid. It's just gonna keep going for Doug. Misses. Work.
I'm going to take a shot. This is your one. Fire doesn't seem to do much, so we'll choose acid.
That's it.
15 for 11. Because I get to add plus 5.
Okay. As you watch it just explode.
And Mr. Croak is going to move there and take a little cog at that one that's bloodied. 18 for 3 force damage.
So it dies too.
I like this homunculus.
As the giant big Bulgura scratches his ass as it turns over and still sleeps.
How long does sleep last?
It lasts a minute.
Okay. Oh, that's a lot.
So 10 turns, yeah.
Or until it gets hit or woken up.
Yeah, so focus on the little guy.
I'm gonna cast a Starry Wish on the little guy.
21's a hit.
For 6 damage.
Alright.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Vic. No longer poison. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna move up and attack this one. Oh shit.
Fumble 2D or 1D20, sorry. I forgot you're a cleric.
Nine.
9. You can't take reactions.
Ooh, it's kind of my thing. Okay, that hurts. But I will take a 5-foot step forward. That's the end of my
I'll
turn.
make an attack of off on you. 16?
Says.
Alright. He's up.
So the fire did not do well, but I can see the edge of the other guy, the lone dude there. Gonna do Ray of Frost.
Wow.
For 10 damage.
So it takes half damage. It's resisted.
It still has half movement, right?
Yep. It's not moving anywhere.
Yeah,
Ugh. Roll me a con save for poison. Ugh.
No.
Damn it, Doug.
Alright, what are you gonna do, Doug? It's poisoned.
Guess I'll take an attack on this guy.
That's a hit. Cleaving it in half.
Take a moment, let's surround it before we hit it. The big guy.
Double. He's raging though.
Oh yeah, you can't use your bonus action to do it because you're poisoned.
Can't use my bonus action for one.
You can use your bonus action to keep your rage up. That's the new Barbarians.
Oh yeah, so I either have to hit or lose my rage.
You hit.
You already hit, so you're good this round.
Oh yeah.
And the
If
poison
Doug
will
would
drop.
hit
The poison will
hit
drop
it.
next round. So
Yeah,
you
it
can
does
make a
hit.
swing on it if you want right now. It would be a critical hit, but if you want to wait for everybody to surround it, you're welcome to.
No, Doug, he's raging. He would take the attack.
Okay, roll me the advantage, and it's critical.
What? Is there like a?
There should be an advantage toggle on your sheet.
At the very top.
At the very top, yeah. This is automatic.
Drop down, automatic.
Oh yeah. Okay, but I mean, okay. This
Ooh, that's almost a crit.
almost. But didn't you say it automatically crits?
Yeah, it's auto crit. Yeah, so roll damage. So 40 damage. As it wakes
Damn.
up. Ooh, yeah.
Damn.
I'm on this turn. For a reason, the button's not working for me right now.
That's Horus turn anyway. It passed you a while ago, I think. But yeah. Oric, it's currently prone still on the ground, but what would you like to do?
Oh, it's thrown on the ground, so range attacks are a disadvantage.
Correct. But if you're making a saving throw, it has disadvantage on deck saves.
I do not do that. I really wish I did. I'll try a Sorcerer's Burst for acid again. disadvantage.
That's a hit.
2, 4, 13 acid. And a little dude gonna come up and just hover behind Doug. And that's going to try to throw a wrench as well. 15.
That is its AC. That hits.
Woo! 5 force damage. That is it for us.
Alright, Balgura stands back up. So pumps his chest angry as it will make 3 attacks on Doug. As it's going to use Tormenting Bite on you.
That hits.
To take that much damage.
Ooh.
Begins to bite across him, around his neck, as it will make 2 attacks with Thrash. 22. As it begins to punch you.
Yep.
Crash.
Did you already use my dice, Doug?
No,
You
not
never
yet.
used?
I should have used. I've totally blanked on using that on my attack. Alright.
Or you can use it for AC for one of the attacks to maybe dodge it.
Oh, I'll be fine.
So it grabs you and pushes you to the ground. 16.
Yep, that is.
As it punches you again. As it just jumps on your body with a leap. Like a monkey.
Ophelia will try her best to help Doug. And she's going to shillelagh it. I mean, two-strike it.
Such an odd thing. If it's large or small, it's prone but not medium, they're fine.
Larger or smaller?
Yeah, it's like all of them. Large, small, and medium.
Oh,
13 radiant damage.
then why even specify? Why not just say?
I don't
oh.
know. You know, D&D, it's fucking weird as fuck. They
Oh
could've
yeah,
just
okay.
said-
So
They could have just said,
never mind. If it's not huge,
Yeah.
gotcha. Alright.
Yeah, you kind of smack it in the back of it. It's still alive, very hurt though.
That's all I can do.
As Vic maybe can topple this creature. Vic?
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try and Guiding Bolt. Alright, sure.
So you fire a guiding bolt. It kind of sees a big bright light as it kind of turns around too late as it's fired right through its chest as its body drops off, killing the beast and saving Doug's life in combat.
I'm gonna give the Cure Wounds at first level.
Dude, that was scary though. The fact that he has like a level 6 version of Phantasmagoria. I read that, I was like, damn, Belgur got buffed.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that. Yeah, because before she slept, I was like, I'm gonna have to like disengage and run straight at him.
Auras were pretty weak.
Or not disengage, or just take the opportunity attacks and charge it.
Yeah, even the attacks it does is insane.
I'm gonna heal Doug for 15.
But now we know Belgur is kind of scary.
Yeah.
I guess if you're like a warlock and you summon demons, you could summon that guy.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad
Next
idea.
level spells are scary.
Sleep helped. Woo.
Yeah, you just knocked him out. He's just like sucking his thumb and like sleeping. If it was immune to sleep, I'd be like, shit. But it's not.
Yeah, that was clutch.
Big's gonna get back up to his feet. And so kind of let the rage fade from him.
Everybody did their part. Like, we really balanced this party, and I'm so happy and proud of it, all of us.
Same.
Like with Hort gone, it was harder, but we did it. With
Nicole
Naziz
thought it was a little hard.
gone, it's a little harder, but we did it. That we each know how to fill different parts, and it's amazing, guys.
Is it
Like,
Naziz? That's how you
awesome.
say the name?
Nazis? I don't know. That's how
Okay.
I said it.
I don't think we've ever asked her how
Yeah,
it's
she had
pronounced.
mentioned it,
We all-
but I keep butchering it because I don't really know how to pronounce it properly.
Nazis is, I think.
I think it's Nazis.
And I'm always
Yeah.
thinking it's a girl, but it's a guy character, so I'm just like getting confused because it's the first time I've seen her play.
But
guy
Big is a
character.
girl too.
Yeah, but I'm used to that
Yeah.
by now.
Got a gender
But like
thing going on
the
there.
portrait's a little not clear either.
Yeah, androgynous.
Yeah.
Androgynous, yeah, that's true.
These portraits. Is a
Well, I'm
little-
just used to. I'm used to just seeing most. I know this is sexist as hell, but females playing females, males playing males, kind of thing.
Yeah, most people tend to. Or
It
it's
is
like
the
harder to
easiest.
role play.
Yeah.
As that's my main reason why I don't.
It depends, I guess, if you're like straight or not straight. But yeah. Anyways, you got the body of the Balgura and some dredges, nasty ass creatures.
Can we stop here before we loot and skin it and all that?
You won't be able to skin it. You have to sacrifice it.
Oh yeah, true.
Okay.
Depending if you want to forfeit the sacrifice and not get the reward, then you can.
Yeah, that's what came.
No, I'd rather sacrifice it.
Alright,
Sacrifice it.
so to quicken it up, you do sacrifice it towards the creature. They rejoice and invite you into a prolonged religious ceremony, accumulating with offerings of corpses towards root rot itself. As you accumulate some stuff along your way, let's see how much shit you get. You get 11 blue cap mushrooms. You can add that to your inventory. You get 2 nil hog's noses. If you don't pronounce that one, I will put that in.
Can you type in all that we're getting in there so we can add it to the treasure hall? That'd probably be easier.
You
Yeah.
get 3 of the tongues of madness. And then the last one is you get 2 big wigs, which are the mushrooms that turn you big.
I'll add all that to the treasure hall.
Alright. I'll end our session here. Continue onwards next week. As next week, after we take our long rest, and once we get to that point, which you guys can reset your characters to full long rest, we'll skip that day of resting and watching, as we'll conclude this session. Starting next week, we're going to jump into the next location as your 24 days of travel concludes, as you enter into the descent into the fungal depths is where you are going next to obviously kind of see what the Zigmoid's up to, as we'll end our session here. Hopefully we'll have everybody for that session, because that is going to be some scary shit.
Huh?